Kalimera and welcome to Larnaca in the beautiful southern side of the island of Cyprus. We're going to do something slightly different today, probably a little bit dangerous really, for me anyway, in that we're going to take a big aircraft with 4 engines that I've got almost no experience of up in the air. I'm going to do a bit of VOR navigation around the southwest of the island and hopefully have a safe and fun flight. But yeah, it's a gorgeous aircraft. This is the A2A Simulations Lockheed Constellation. Gorgeous old vintage airliner. And to scale next to it we have the Spitfire Mark 1, which won't be going up today, but I have been flying a bit from here. And on the right hand side we have a modern airliner. I'm not even going to try and guess what it is. Not an expert on modern airliners, I must admit. Yeah, here we are in the hot sun of Cyprus, and let's get in the air. Okay, so here we are in the cockpit of the Connie. A few more levers and buttons and things than we're used to. A2A, as usual, done a fantastic job with the feel of this cockpit. It really does have that kind of vintage feel to it. It's a very complicated aircraft, for me anyway, used to single engine. Most I've flown is I guess twin engine, more modern aircraft, so this is quite something. Just a very quick tour. Back here we have the engineers section, which is where all the magic and physics goes on. I used to have this aircraft on FSX. Didn't do a great deal of flying with it, but had a play with learning the like a manual start of the engines. I've forgotten all that. I'm not going to be doing it today. This is really just a quick getting up in the air, just a quick, I was going to say introductory flight, but it's not really. But anyway, I'm sure there'll be other videos down the line where we get into this in more detail, and there's some really good stuff already out there on the intricacies of the engines and the startups. Yeah, today is just really more about the flight, but that's the engineers panel, and then we've got some more switches over here to do with things like the air conditioning, keeping the passengers happy. I'm not used to passengers. I just keep myself happy. How selfish. This is the nav station. Again, we've got some bits and pieces over here. We've got some radios. I don't think they are active in this, no. But then we've got some dials that the nav would need to be able to do his position fixing and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, this is where he's going to sit. Let's go back to where we are. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I don't have a huge amount of experience in this aircraft. As I keep saying, there will be people watching this who've probably got a lot more experience and will be thinking, why the hell is he doing that, or why isn't he doing that? So bear with me, this one is just for a bit of fun. Yeah, it's not a tutorial, but there you go. It's an aircraft that I'm going to learn a bit more about as we go on. Anyway, say hello to the Spitfire. Isn't it gorgeous? Okay, so here we are back in the front here. Let's get going. First of all, let's pull up the load sheet. So we're going to go with medium fuel. We're not going very far, just top up on all those bits and pieces. Yeah, let's have some passengers. Let's have a light load.
Ladies and
just
gentlemen,
a few feet.
May I have your attention? Please report to the
Yes.
gate as boarding is about to begin.
There you go.
Captain. We are just loading up now.
Fantastic. What I am going to do, what I should have done before we loaded passengers, which I do remember, is we need to get some air conditioning going. I'm not entirely sure how to do this, but we're going to wake the aircraft up.
I'm on it.
Let's go back to the engineer station actually and have a look at that. through some
Fuel
bits and
pumps on.
pieces to get the aircraft running. Here we go. You can hear the passengers loading up
Setting
there.
cowl flaps.
I don't think we can run the aircon without an engine running, so we're not going to do that.
Master air conditioning on. Ground blower.
Maybe we can. Okay, he's put the cooler on.
Oil system check.
So the cabin temperature at the moment is
Sir, all systems are ready.
about 27. Am I going to get a readout from there? It's about 27 degrees, so very hot. Passengers will not be happy that they've been loaded before we called it down. So there's me fading as a passenger captain straight away. Okay. I don't know how to individually select engines to start. So we are just going to go ahead
Ground crew to
and do...
Captain. You are all loaded up. Cargo door is shut.
Oh, excellent. That's good to know. Let's have the avionics off.
Doors are locked. Everyone is accounted for.
Fantastic. Okay, now this is what happens when you are not familiar with an aircraft. Here we go, this is what I'm looking
APU
for.
on.
Excellent.
Can I have your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Betty, and I'm your head stewardess for the flight today. I'm just going over some safety and emergency procedures. You'll find emergency landing instructions in the back of the seat in front of you. To fasten your seatbelt,
Right, let's go
simply
for
slip the
engine
strap
start.
through the
I hate
buckle
doing
and
this,
pull
but I'm going to have to do
until
it. Because I don't know
Please
how
keep
to.
your seatbelt fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. Also, smoking is only permitted when the no smoking sign is off.
Door pressure
Please
okay.
stay in your seats unless you need to use the restroom. If you need assistance, I or any of the flight attendants
Oil pressure is
will be
rising.
help.
Oil pressure is okay. Oil pressure is rising.
Beautiful.
We're all here to ensure you have the
Okay,
Welcome aboard.
let's disconnect the GPU. We don't need that anymore. Okay,
Everyone is buckled up. We're good to go.
thank you. Okay, so we're going to be.
Good afternoon to you from the flight deck. We're going through some final
TOS,
preparations,
system
and
test
we'll be ready
okay.
to go in a few minutes. It's hot outside, but this aircraft's equipped to keep us nice and comfortable. Our stewardesses are ready to serve you to make your flight an enjoyable one. So make sure your seatbelts are fastened and enjoy the flight.
I was going to try and load the flight plan there, but for some reason it's not working for whatever reason. I can't figure it out. Oh, here we go. That's the one. Unknown waypoint. Flight plan waypoint is locked. Interesting. So we have a Paphos leg here that for some reason it is taking out. So I think let's just take another look at that. Import. Why would it take Paphos? It's the frequency thing.
Traffic.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a flight plan put together in a little nav map and using the VOR So let's come out of there. Just out of interest, P-H-A. So the Paphos VOR is in there. So why didn't it like it? Interesting. Okay, that's the first time I've tried that, so if anyone knows why that could have happened and has got experience of importing little navmap flight plans into the GTN, then please do let me know. Right, let's get this show on the road. So we've got let's just connect this up. So we've got a wind 10 knots from, yeah, about 176. So we'll go for runway 22 with a slight crosswind. Should make it exciting. Okay, and again, something I don't normally have to do, but let's push back and hope for the best. To treat. Okay, something I've just noticed. Is no, sorry, I thought I noticed a problem there, but no. Okay, let's try that again. Perhaps because I didn't have the right screen selected. And go. Here we go. Spitfire. Just make sure we're not going to bang into that EasyJet. So let's now take out the pushback very quickly. For some reason our RPMs will turn right down. Let's go easy on the speed, cowboy. This really is a bit like letting a chimpanzee loose. Not a good idea. Concentrate where you're going, sunshine. So they're messing about with all these outside views. That's the squeal of the brakes or the squeal of the passengers as they get hurled around. Now this is not a good time for your rudder pedals to get disconnected from the floor. Oh dear me. Okay, this has now got very interesting. If only you could see the angles I'm having to contort my legs to now to try and keep this going straight. This is aviation old style. Okay, let's slow it down a bit. Slow it down. Let's take the corner without chucking anyone's GNT over. Okay, thank you very much. Right, hold your horses there. And let's come to a stop. Right, let's power down a bit. And make sure no one's running around. Dive under my desk.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has put the fasten seatbelt sign up, so please return to your seats.
shaky camera angles there. Very unprofessional. Right, so here we go. Everything's good. So what I am going to do, I'm going to set our first nav frequency, which is what I should have done. So we're on the GTN for, hopefully for nav 1. So let's have a look. We're going to have to go into that, aren't we? For some reason the hotspot doesn't like it. So the first one is Larnaca, and we want 112 decimal 8 in the box. Excellent. Okay. That's looking good. Now here's an interesting thing.
Captain, we may foul the spark plugs if we don't raise our idles.
Yeah, I'm sorry, chaps. Here is an interesting thing. And one that typifies my stupidity in going up in an aircraft before actually learning how to fly it. And that is, how on earth do I select my VOR radial on here? Interesting. So we've got frequencies, got trem, interesting. Interesting. Such a basic thing. And I have no idea how to set the VOR. Surely it's not through there. Heading gyro. No, I think that's an adjustment. What's this? What's this? What's this? It's this. Right, here we go. Idiot. Always read the manual, folks. So let's set this to 2. Set to from, because we are going to be flying away from the VOR. Oscillators 1, oscillators 2. While we're here, I'm going to dial in Paphos into the second nav. So what's that one? 117.9. That was nav 1. Aha, nav 2, okay. So let's set that one up now. We want that at 284. I love it. This is how to learn. Make a fool of yourself. 4. Nav 1. Nav 2. Excellent. I like. There's more to it than that, but let's get in the air. Not using ATC today. Nothing on the approach though, having a quick look at the nav map. Drop some flap.
Takeoff flaps.
Thank you. way too fast here. Something I do find with this is that it doesn't take much power from these big 4 engines and suddenly you're going quickly. So we say goodbye to everyone over here. Okay, should have got the landing lights on. Let's go. Power on. Good luck, everybody. Traffic on the nose.
Pressurization set.
That's what happens when you load up your ultimate live traffic. British Airways, there you go. Right. Is interesting about flying 4 engines is getting them all properly set up. Together. Now head back over Larnaca Airport and intercept our radial. being flicked in the back there. The engineer working hard to keep us going where we should. Just drifted south slightly, let's bring it back. And intercept that VOR. Should set us up nicely to a gentle intercept. So, to level off at about 4,500 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello from the flight deck again. We're now climbing to a cruise altitude. Upon reaching this altitude, we'll dial a nice, smooth, quiet cruise for everyone.
We're kind of running almost parallel to our radial at this distance out from the station, which is not where we want to be, so we need to keep turning in. I was a little bit too gentle there, trying to concentrate on too many things at the same time. This is why you should practice and learn an aircraft, folks. Interesting.
Pressurization is set.
Now, by now I would have expected to have crossed that radial. So, what's going on? It's saying 220. Oh, that's why you, Wally, it's 238. There we go. This flight is quickly turning into a good example of how poor planning in an unfamiliar aircraft. And look, and we're back. Can very quickly mean that you lose the plot on various different things. We're currently 300 feet too high, so we're going to a slow descent. Now we're intercepting the radial. Shambles. Let's get some cruise settings here. So, 29 on the manifold. Adjustment. Drifting left of it. Correct that. Bring the RPMs back 23.
Setting pressurization.
Drifted well off of here while radial now. Messing about doing that. Let's bring it back in. Passengers can start having their G&Ts.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign, which means you can leave your seat now if you wish.
You can undo your seatbelt and move around if you dare on this flight. Let's get this aircraft properly trimmed down as well. That will help. It's not a huge amount of wind, but we're getting buffeted about a little bit. So we've got nav 1 dialed into the GTN. We don't have any DME information as such. If I had the flight plan loaded into the GTN as I'd originally intended to, then we'd have some distance information there, but on this trip it's not too bad. We can kind of see where we are. We can see Aquateria up ahead, which is where we'll be turning onto our Paphos radial. left the landing lights on. Oh, yes, we did. Right, so we're coming up now to our turning point. We'll be switching to Nav 2. Smoother now, nicely trimmed out. Power settings and everything are good.
Gentlemen, apple juice, ginger ale, cola.
Whiskey, please.
Quick.
Something very strong. Well, let's. Oh, thank you. Okay, let's switch to.
Got it.
2.
Got it.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
So we're now heading on to our second rail, 284 to Paphos. And you can see on the magnetic bearing indicator we've now got the 2 is highlighted. Oh, a bit of a buffet there, hello. Slightly right of course there, so we'll correct that. 100 feet too high, correct that. Nice and gently so the passengers don't feel sick. It's actually incredible how in a big aircraft like this the elevator, slight inputs, and it can make a huge difference to the climb or descent rate, which is something that I wasn't really expecting. Okay, let's turn on course now that we've made that correction. Yeah, we're a bit more stable now. This is actually, I mean, it's not something you do in the real world, but I think this is a great way to learn an aircraft, is to take it up and actually do stuff. And you kind of learn the hard way, or I certainly do. I tend to remember things a lot better if I've
Just a
screwed it
little
up in the sim.
update from the flight deck. We've now settled into a nice cruise. Looks like we have smooth air, so enjoy flying in the most luxurious commercial airliner in the world today.
Damn right. So let's take a look outside. Don't want to take my hands off the controls too much.
Got it.
Okay, what are we up to now? That's the...
Thank you.
Oh, hello. Just bringing more drinks. Unusually cloudy for Cyprus. Maybe I've just been there at the right time. Entering this cloud, we're going to get a bit of buffeting. Just keeping an eye on that. Seems to be a bit more stable now. Are we in the back? Let's a quick look at the temperature. It's cooling down a bit. Cooler on. Everything looking good. Yeah, okay, happy with that. There's Paphos on the nose. We're not landing in Paphos. We're just using it as a turning point, and when we get to Paphos, we are going to be making a right turn onto 331, which we will be doing for 26 miles. Yeah, 26 miles. And this is going to be interesting because we have got no DME. Very interesting. Right down there, look, fantastic. Again, always read the manual, it helps.
Pressurization set.
We've got DME because we are on nav 2. If I quickly switch it to nav 1, what happens? Okay, cool. I was flying in the Comanche and there was no DME readout for nav 1 when the GTM was in, but we do have it. We do have it. So, we're coming up now. I want to dial in 331 when we get closer. So, oh, look at that. Messing about, not concentrating on altitude, and we've climbed 500 feet. Okay, what do we want? 331. Some of that height while we're messing about. Come on, 331. There we go. So we'll start our gentle right turn. And if everything goes to plan, we should intercept that radial. There we go. Could have done with starting that turn a little bit earlier in a big slow plane like this. Not slow, just big. Not quite as nippy as the Mustang or the Spitfire. To lose some of this height. So we're looking for DME 26. Which is our next turning point. What's the height? Someone's peanuts just went all over their lap.
Pressurization set.
we're going to do is when we get to range 26, we are going to turn onto heading of 093. How are we doing in the back? Good? Yeah, fine. They're very quiet. That's good. That means they must be happy. Something which I also should have looked up is I would like to tune the ADF, but I do not see an ADF anywhere.
Pressurization is set.
Co-pilot, where's the ADF tuning? Oh, good God, there's a baby crying in the back. Bit of buffeting there. Could be up to 22 miles now. Slight wind today, 4 knots from 230, so not a huge amount that's going to affect us there. There's obviously a tiny wee bit of turbulence. Okay, so at this point we're going to start our gentle. Started at 24. Right turn onto 093. What's that altitude, sunshine? So we are now no longer using the VORs, we're just flying a simple heading with a simple pilot at the controls, that's for sure.
Pressurization is set.
Thank you, my friend. To 5,000 feet now, just while we're heading over to the mountains. Looking over at the GTN now, looking at the track, and I want that track to be 93.
Pressurization.
Will help take into account any effects that the wind's having on us. do. Concentrate on flying the aircraft. Figuring out where the ADF is. I know I've got one. I know I've got one. But I cannot for the life of me see where I dial it in. Again, there's people out there now saying, for God's sake, you fool. It's right there. Oh, hello. It's above you. There we go. What a buffoon. Again, this is a good way to learn. I won't forget that again. Though some might argue I should have read the manual. And at this point, I'd say I'd probably agree with you. So what do we want in the ADF? We want 343, which is Takeoff. Just flying the aircraft at the moment because we are getting buffeted about a bit. It feels like it. Oh, there we go. There's one. Desperately wants to climb. Right, what did I say? 343. Co-pilot, you have control. Let's see how this little chat works. Oh, interesting. Let's go back to flying the plane, shall we, for a moment, instead of fiddling about with that. So at that time we've climbed 500 feet. We're not too far, of course, but we've climbed 500 feet. We're still climbing. It's climbing like the clappers over these mountains. Well, let's try that again. So we want 343. Let's have a look, see what we're doing. Not too bad. Let's continue. I can drag it, yeah. Where did we end up? Okay, so let's see. Yeah, or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we just haven't picked it up yet. Because I know that Takeoff is not where that needle is pointing. So we'll just keep heading this way. It's probably out of range. We'll keep heading this way. Pick something up. Let's start flying the plane again. So now for direction I'm using the track on the GPS, which is not old school at all. Now if I wanted to be really clever, I would have set this up now where I'd be using Nav 1 and Nav 2 set to VORs, probably Paphos and maybe Larnaca, and using those to create intersections and positions along this route, so I can check my progress. That's if I was clever. Still nothing on the NDB, which is okay. I know we're heading in the right direction. Luckily, we've got visibility of the Troodos Mountains over there. There's northern Cyprus over there. You can see us somewhere up ahead. Which we will pass on the south. Lose some of this height. Air traffic control would be killing us by now. Now after this you're all probably thinking, geez, how is he going to land this? And I have to say, I'm probably thinking the same thing. This is going to be entertaining. I have landed the Connie this week, or the last 7 days, twice. First one was nothing to be proud of, and the second one was nothing to be proud of. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is probably a good point in the video to say, why am I doing this? Why am I making a video in this aircraft when I clearly don't have that much familiarisation with it? And the reason is because A, it's a great aircraft and I wanted to get a video up on it. B, this is Cyprus and it's beautiful and the weather's great. And it's kind of nice to be here. And C, I think, for me anyway, this is what a lot of getting a new aircraft is about. If you've seen the video with the P40, it's instead of sitting there just studying manuals and books, which you would do in the real world, absolutely, you've got the opportunity here to jump in an aircraft, take it up, and learn on the fly, which is what I'm doing. As I said before, I think that actually helps me quite a lot. Okay, right, I missed that, but in the last maybe minute or so you may have spotted it, the ADF has come in and we are absolutely bang on. It's dead ahead, so I'm not smug about that at all. So now our direction just got a bit easier because we've got an ADF that we can point at. So we're not getting distance from the NDB. We're not getting distance from the NDB, but we are getting a direction to fly to. There's not much going on in the way of outside shots. I use chase plane for outside shots, and I use a like an Xbox controller to pan cameras. and that's great when you can flick the aircraft onto autopilot, hop outside, get some amazing shots. But I'm hand flying this and trying to be as accurate as I can, and hopping outside like this, that means I'm not really controlling it. I'm looking at that, not really getting much in the way of reference as to how the aircraft is sitting, whether it's climbing, descending, turning. So not doing that too much, and that will make for a safer flight. So we've not got too far to run now to Decatur. There's Nicosia over there. So that's the only downside of flight simming like this, is in the real world you can now go to a nice bar down by the harbour, have a nice cold pint of Keo with a condensation running down the outside, maybe a bit of mezze, go for a dip in the sea. Yeah, that would be good. Those bumps that you can hear. Just hit a bit of turbulence, and the squeaks and the bumps, fantastic, really helps with the immersion. Right, so one thing I didn't make a note of as setting this up is the ILS frequency at Larnaca, so I'm going to do an ILS approach. I'm now looking at a little nav map to try and get the frequency. Decimal 3. So let's dial that into VO11.
Pressurization set.
Of course, we're on here. Thank you. Let's watch that altitude. What did we say? Okay, that's calm. Forget that. 3, enter, switch. Okay, so we've got a localized signal already, which is kind of cool. So let's just get back on here. Going to start the descent now. Look at me being all airline piloty and putting lights on. Change the props at this stage, just coming off the power a little bit. Start our descent. Going to descend down to I think 3,000 at the moment. Just a nice gentle 500 feet a minute descent. Passengers too much. Now we've got a glide slope as well on our indicator down here. There we go. Still at the moment just heading towards the NDB at Decatur. And here's a tip. Fantastic fish and chip place in Decatur. I guess it's there to serve the UK military, but you get a lot of locals there and tourists as well. I forget the name of it, but yeah, if you're ever in that area, just Google fish and chips Takeoff. Descent a bit here. At the moment this feels a little bit too high for comfort, really. Don't know why. We're being a bit overly cautious in an aircraft that I'm not used to. But we haven't reached, according to the flight plan, we haven't reached the top of descent yet. So I think I'm probably being a bit overly cautious, but then we had quite a slow, quite a shallow rate of descent before. A little bit because we are a bit high. I'm not going to try and shoot an approach from this altitude. So what I'm going to do is carry on this heading, and then we'll do a left turn and swing ourselves round onto the glide slope. Hopefully, if everything's going to plan, it shouldn't be too long, and we'll see the localised needle move through. Let's come back on the power. There we go, there's the glide slope coming through. So we're now flying under, sorry, localizer, flying under the glide slope. Because we're flying away from the airfield. Which is fine. And that bird just over there, just above the GPS screen, kind of there, Cape Greco. Proteras up ahead. Over there, as you whistle or stop at all. So level out at 3000.
Setting pressurization.
So gentle left turn now. Let's bring the props in. left turn to bring us round back heading towards the airport, and then we can settle into the localizer and the glide slope nicely instead of trying to hack it in as we would have done before.
Pressurization set.
Okay, so easy back on the parapet. Sorry, whenever the screen, the viewpoint suddenly moves like that, it's because I'm looking at something here on my desk. Just moving around onto the ILS now, slowing her up. Need to do some trimming. Trim really does help in this big old beast. Seems that you're a bit too high at the moment. So I want to bleed off some of that speed. Gently coming back onto the glide slope now. There we go. Let's go for gear.
Down. Flight crew, prepare the cabin for landing. Approach flaps.
Low center line. Sorry, glide slope.
Flaps down.
using 4 power levers instead of 1, or even 2. Off the glide slope. Way above the glide slope. Let's get that corrected. But gently, right, and look, 3 greens, everything's good, yeah.
feet.
500.
Now if that aircraft lines up, this could be interesting because I do not want to do a go around. He stopped, good. He's moving. Stay where you are, my friend. Stay where you are. Okay, bit of a distraction, but let's not worry. Gonna come over the top of him.
50, 40, 30, 20.
Oh, flared too early, look at that.
10.
Oh my lord. Awful. Awful landing. So lessons learned there. Flared a bit too early, so we ballooned. And then of course it came down like a sack of potatoes. But that's what this is about, it's all a learning experience. And even on this short flight, I feel like I've learned quite a bit. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. And next time you see this aircraft with me flying it, it should be, should be a bit more educated and experienced. Let's hope so anyway. Thanks for watching.